back, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Dutchman, and today we're going to do some more ship versus ship battles. Today is going to be one of the most long-awaited battles, well, basically ever. It is the Imperial-I Winged against the Imperial Star Destroyer 1. Well, oh wow, that spawned very high. And this spawned very low. This is going to be fun. We don't need the ability active until it activates the overcharge. And of course, just as I say, the overcharge is activated. Okay. That is unfortunate. Everything goes straight for the shield generator. I mean, I target the TIE fighters with the X-Wing, but honestly, the Mon Calamari cruiser is well equipped to deal with fighters. It's got quite a few laser cannons, both single and duals, and if fighters get close to it, then they will have to stand the barrage. And we should be able to take these out. Actually, it's not even worth firing. Let's just... Wow, that is loud. Okay, let's just keep firing at this. Please target the shield generator.
Primary target is the shield generator.
Let's see that bombing run. Of course, the Y-Wing being a very useful bomb, it's got a lot of shields, it's got a lot of HP. Okay, hangar first. Nice. Okay, let's take out these quad turbo lasers, because these quad turbo laser turrets are really killer. The ISD, of course, has two, one on each side. Since the Mon Calamari cruiser is basically made of paper mache, but is equipped with a very powerful shield generator, it's very crucial to target the ion cannons. Alright, this ship doesn't really have that many ion cannons. It's the ISD-2 that I'm thinking of. Okay, well, we're not going to withstand that barrage. We need to get the shields up as quickly as we can. Before these, the triple turbo lasers, which on the Mon Calamari cruiser are located on these, I'm not sure what you call them, blisters? Gun blisters? The sides of these gun blisters.
Open fire on those laser cannons.
Yes, Commander.
What the hell are these doing attacking this?
Starting my run.
Waiting orders. Attacking the laser.
Ready. Target those lasers.
Okay, ion cannons, please. I don't think we're going to be able to get the ability up in time. The power to shields ability has, of course, been changed.
Forward. Heading for
If we get under the ship, maybe the rear-facing guns of the Mon Cal cruiser, because it does have quite a few weapons that are actually not forward-facing. Like, for example, these ion cannons, these turbo lasers, and of course quite a bunch of laser cannons in general, can't actually fire forward. So, while it is excellent for rear defense, for example, these are gonna get smashed by the laser cannons, I would like to be able to train everything onto the ISD.
Y-Wing squadron reporting. The laser banks are your primary target.
Okay, so we do want to be able to take out the primary batteries. Ion cannons are now all down. Actually, nah, fuck the weapon banks. Weapon banks have a lot more HP than the turrets, so.
Y-Wing standing by. Target those lasers.
And there we go.
Responding.
That should be able to do it. Okay, maybe not.
Your primary target.
Oh wait, I forgot. The ISD-1 of course has different turrets than the ISD-2. The ISD-1 has the heavier dual turbo laser turrets, but they're also encased in a lot of armor, which means that they have more HP. For example, the octuple guns of the... probably gonna lose the ship here. The octuple guns of the ISD-2 would probably die to a single volley, but...
Bombers at the ready. The laser banks are your primary target.
There's the banks? Yes.
Target those lasers.
Reporting.
Yeah. With the new power to shield ability and the fact that it's more of a battle stance, which just passively increases shield regeneration while sacrificing a bunch of firepower, does of course mean that you can still get through the Power Shields ability. It's no longer an ability that basically says once this is active,
Bombers
the enemy
reporting in.
can't get through the
The
shields.
laser banks are your primary
That's not what
target.
this is anymore.
Target those lasers.
Okay, so first these, but these are so low on HP, it may be worth to target these instead.
Our target priority
But let's focus our
is
fire
the
at least, so
laser
that we don't
cannons.
waste any
Open
shots.
fire on those laser cannons.
Once we no longer have to fear the overcharge ability from the ISD, then we are probably safe with the shields that we have. Yeah, it's primarily the untargetable laser cannons at this point that are doing the damage. Which is funny because they don't really do a lot of damage. But as you can see, there's quite a few gun blisters which are still capable of firing at the ship. Okay, and with that overcharge we should be safe. Yeah, that should be it.
Roger
One
that.
last bombing run,
The laser banks are your primary target.
if they turn around. I need to handle that flyout distance, man. This is ridiculous. They should have turned around. Okay, so it took a bit, but eventually we won. It's definitely possible to defeat the ISD-1 with the MC-80, but of course we are going to do that the other way around as well and show you that it's easily possible to have this go the other way. Which is primarily make sure the Mon Calamari cruiser doesn't get in range to use its laser cannons.
Star Destroyer standing by.
First we do that,
Hold
and
in
then we
for
do that,
maximum firepower.
and then we hope that our shots don't miss. Let's
Our
actually
target
target a central
priority is
weapon
the
so
laser
that we
cannons.
don't have all that missed weaponry. What the hell are you
lasers
doing
are
firing
our
at that?
target.
Well, there goes half our overcharge. Shit.
Our target priority
Does it
is the laser
register as
cannons.
facing the ship? Yeah, it did. That's annoying.
The
So if we
lasers
click
are
that
our
hard
target.
point, then the ship does not turn to face, because it already is in the, say, the small firing arc.
Star Destroyer
Um,
reporting in.
But if we click that weapon, it still rotates. Also, why am I not getting TIE fighters? That's because they're already there. Preferably you target these. Actually, we really shouldn't be this close to the ship anyway. This is bad.
Yes,
The next squadron spawned I'm going to keep next to the ISD, because this close to the Mon Calamari cruiser we're going to fall victim to its laser cannons. And of course its rear-facing heavier weaponry like the turbo lasers. Turbo lasers, of course, not that dangerous against
Our target
fighters,
priority is the laser
because simply they
cannons.
can't hit them.
Awaiting orders.
If they do hit, it's quite powerful, but wow, we actually took that out. TIE fighters, of course, do come in squadrons of 10, unlike every other squadron. Y-Wings can tank TIE fighters for days, but you are still able to swarm them. In a head-on engagement, by the way, TIE fighters lose against Y-Wings, because they've got these forward-facing
Awaiting
dual...
your orders.
Oh, weapons?
Targeting
Okay,
at
let's
maximum firepower.
make sure we don't waste our overcharge this time. Yeah, we are definitely hitting. Let's target that. That's a very central target. Yeah, now we're hitting everything. Okay, turbo lasers first, and definitely the triple turbo lasers, which are located here. These are these guns as well as on the other side over here. If you zoom in, of course, you can still see them.
The lasers are our
We
target.
can bloody hit them. Okay, that's
Our
good.
target
Now
priority
these.
is the laser cannons.
Ready for command, sir.
If we neutralize the Y-Wings, then we should have a favorable matchup.
Awaiting your command.
But I do think it spawns 2 waves, so...
The lasers are our
And
target.
now these.
Our target priority is the laser
TIE
cannons.
squadron standing by.
And there you have it. I don't actually think these can attack the Mon Cal cruiser, can they? No. As you can see, the rear-facing weapons are trying to face the ISD, but they simply can't because their
Your
rotation is
command,
limited. And with the
Engage
fact
in
that I
aim.
can train all my weapons forward
Order
while he
confirmed.
absolutely can't,
Hold in
and of
for
course my
maximum
weapons are longer
firepower.
range while half of his are in laser cannons, which are lower range and lower damage and not meant to attack starships, I am probably going to win this one.
We've got them on scopes.
Ready for battle.
Oh.
Instructions
Quit
received.
spazzing. Should probably do something about the fire particles. I do like the fire particles, but I don't like that the fire effect goes out that far. I think this should change in the smoke relatively quickly.
Commander.
You notice all sorts of things during these battles. Like, hey, I should still change that,
The
I should still
lasers
change
are our
that.
target.
Makes it quite fun, actually. I don't do enough
We're closing
testing,
in.
so this is a
We block
great
the ion
excuse
cannons.
to... Come on, man.
Coming around.
You know what?
Heading to
Just
destination.
getting closer. Who cares? It's not like they stand a chance at this point. Is that hubris? That's probably hubris. Just stay
Our
there.
target priority is the laser cannons.
I'm still not sure if I like this zoom. I did change the zoom level, but... Oh wait, the ship spawned at very low. This is about the center. The ship spawned at a very low
The
altitude, so
lasers are our target.
that's the reason. I was thinking like, huh, I did change the
Our
zoom, did I
target
not?
priority is the laser cannons.
Okay, let's forward through this, because obviously we're gonna win this. Okay, so to recap. Mon Calamari cruisers, good shielding, weak hull. Star Destroyers, the other way around, very weak shields, but strong hull. The Mon Calamari cruisers is pretty great at engaging pretty much every target all around it. It's got rear-facing cannons, it's got forward-facing cannons, it's got a bunch of laser cannons, which makes it a very capable anti-starfighter screener, especially if they get close. If the ship carry TIE bombers and they try to attack this one, you'd see them just get absolutely melted. Which makes it very useful. It's very versatile, but it just doesn't have the favorable matchup against large, dedicated battleships, like, for example, the Imperial Star Destroyers. They're still useful. As I said, they're very versatile. You can fill many roles with them. Just against, in head-on fleet engagements, it's just not what you want. At least not to target the battleships. You want your MC-30s and your fast bombers to target the heavy battleships, while these can basically do everything else. They can fighter screen, they can take out frigates fairly easily, and they can tank damage for days, of course. As you can see, that overcharge ability is still going. It's not as OP as it used to be, but it does that little extra to keep the ship alive, right? Alright, and that was that battle. We still lost quite a bit of the ship, but that's okay. Again, these ships do cost the same. The Mon Calamari cruisers you can only build on Mon Calamari. The Imperial Star Destroyers you can build only on Fondor and Kuat. Both get a significant production boost, so that you can still chunk out quite a few of them in a relatively short time. That's all GC stuff. Maybe once we get to the Galactic Conquest playthrough, I'll explain a little bit more about the gameplay mechanics of that. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.